And gentlemen, it's Christelle Martinet. I'm so happy to be here with you live today and be able to give you these energy readings. And since I have you all, what I'm going to do, of course, is start with the Aries, but I'll start with the fire signs. Freya Furtado, hello. Glad that you can join me. You are the one and only. What is your sign, Freya? Tell me. What is your sign? There are other people as well. I'm waiting for the fire signs. I'll be first doing the fire signs. Then I'm going to go to the earth signs, then the air signs, then the water signs. And I'll give each person their due. And I'll make the timestamps. Hi, Danielle. Danielle, are you a fire sign? Is one of you a fire sign? I'd like to be able to have someone in the chat who's a fire sign so I can start. Yes, hello, Erin. Hello, Erin. I'm a beautiful Sagittarius. Okay, Freya, then you are in this group. Shall we begin? You're Pisces. Okay, I'm glad that you could join us. And let's see, Andrea. Andrea is a Pisces. Okay, so look what I'll first start with the celestial situation for us all, very briefly, and that's right there. Now we have this first event, which is tomorrow, Sunday, the 9th of February. And there you are, Irene, great, you are Aries. Good, Libra, moon, woof. All right, so now this full moon in Leo is tomorrow, the night between the 9th and the 10th. Well, it could be 8th and 9th, depending on where you live in the universe. And it will be, they call it a super moon. Why? Because it is the closest moon to the Earth this year, which is an event all and of its own. What is this moon in Leo all about? This full moon in Leo? It's all about courage. The Leo character. It's about courage. You need to face challenges with courage. And it's all about being brave. It's the first full moon of the Chinese New Year. So let's go on to the second. There are 3 of them. Then we have here the best time to see, the best time to be able to see Mercury. I'm moving it around. I hope it doesn't mind. The best time to see Mercury, and it will be at sunset on the 10th of February. Mark that down on your calendars. Let's see. I'm getting close to the screen so I could read. Haley, she's a Leo. Neuralay. Good, Sagittarius moon. All right, now, so at sunset, we're going to see Mercury the best we can, the best day to see it this month. Then the last is the new moon in Pisces, which will be the 23rd, the last week of the month. And what will this new moon bring us? It's going to be super sensitive. We're going to be super sensitive, great sensitivity, and highly perceptive of the things around us, of what surrounds us. The downside is many of us might feel a sense of insecurity. So we'll be, let's get ready for that. Lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting with the first fire sign, Aries. I've chosen for all the fire signs this stone, which is the, I have a blank. I gotta have a blank. What is it? Isn't that funny? Well, it will come to me. So I will leave this here and have chosen these. I'm going to start with the Aries. And the Aries, I have this garnet. What am I seeing for you for the month of February? Look, Aries, there's without a doubt Labradorite. Thank you, Freya. Labradorite. And I chose it for the fire signs because there's a feldstar there. Labradorite, very grounding stone. Thank you, Freya. All right, this garnet, without a doubt, I started saying Aries. This is a month where you will be shining. You'll be in the spotlight. I have no doubt about that. And most of you probably have been in the spotlight already, and it's only the 8th today, 8th or 9th, depending on where you live. And what does that mean for us? Okay, with this full moon, you have to be courage, and we said that already. And with the new moon, you may have some moments of insecurity. But all in all, it looks like to me, Aries, you want to be there. You really are center stages where you feel best this month. Not only, what I'm looking at, it seems to me that I have to say, if you could go it alone, you feel at your best. You're sort of brushing off, it seems like you're brushing off people and not really leaving them or getting up and running away, but you're sort of putting up your boundaries, and you want those boundaries to be up. I have 2 decks of tarot here that I'll be using as clarifiers for both of the for all of the elements, and the first is the Angel Tarot, the other is the Universal Fantasy Tarot. So I'm going to take the Angel cards now, the Angel Tarot, and take a look at what this limelight is looking like for you. Sweden, welcome Sweden. Welcome Sweden. Angela, yeah, you're looking for a friend, your man friend. I like the way you say that, my man friend. Okay, let's look at these, what the limelight looks like for you. Well, okay, look at this. Interesting. I have this 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands, the 7 of Coins, the Lovers, the Ace of Swords, and the 5 of Coins. I'm looking at a situation where you've come from a time when you just said, enough, basta, that's enough. You're working not so much on yourself, but you're working to make things work in your life. And of course, there is this Lover's card, and the way you just have to look at this, they just are looking at each other with a little bit of suspicion. And this is what I feel you have been doing. It looks like to me you have put your boundaries up. You're not running away, mind you. It's not that you're running away, but it's a time of spiritual poverty between you and a person of your liking. And what needs to emerge for you, Aries, before you say, okay, I'm opening the door again, is the truth. You need a truth that emerges where Aries, you sniff it, you smell it. We're Aries, we are not good liars. It's just not in our DNA. We can't do it. And you sniff out lies. It's the death of you, That's it. One lie, you're out. You may want to give them a second chance, a third, but 3 times, you are definitely out. And that's what I'm looking at. Just take a look at, hey, Tomas, you are Sagittarius. It's coming up. All right. Now, with this other Universal Fantasy Tarot, what I want to look at is, well, first we have this 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Then we've got the Ace of Cups. All right. And then we have the 7 of Wands. You are conflicted. There is inner conflict in relation to that Ace of Cups. It's not the beginning of a new love. This is someone you have under wraps. When I say under wraps, they never come to the fore of your existence in the sense of you don't say, this is my man friend, or this is my friend, this is my lover, this is my companion. No, it doesn't happen. This is someone you have put in a box, or they have allowed you to put them in a box, or they are staying in their box. And what I see here with this 8 of Cups, you will be receiving this month, not accolades, I'm not seeing rewards, but something that will allow you to go forward with a project that you have, a very important project that it's like a baby, Aries, like a book or something that it's the first time that you ever did it for a certain publisher, or a certain area, like I want to publish a book in the UK, or I want to publish a book in China, and it's the first place, or the US, and it's the first time you have ever done that, Well, namaste, Aries, let me go on. Let's look at Leo. Leo, what am I looking at for you? Leo, I have here this aventurine. Aventurine is a very good stone for your health, and it's a protector stone, aventurine. I'm going to say that I have to say, I'm not going to say, I have to say, Leo, that you're going to be hit with this moon. You will be hit with this moon. And those of you who are having a difficult, in Italy we say a difficult 5 minutes, well, difficult 15 minutes, a quarter of an hour, just to say like a depressed state or something that it's very more important, but in the face of life and universal time, it really is 5 minutes. For those of you who are in that position, it's going to be difficult for you to muster up all the courage and all of the bravado that you have. But others who are not in that dire position, Leo, it's going to be a piece of cake. What am I looking at? I'm looking at you evening the score. Listen to what I'm saying. Evening the score between you and a loved one. That means, all right, you did this to me. Like the Chinese say, revenge is best served cold. You're going to get your day, all right? And also, though, evening the score works the opposite ways. It works the opposite ways in saying, okay, I know I messed it up. I screwed up. Okay, you even the score, buy them a gift, you take them out. So there is this evening of the score of the month. Let's take the Angel Tarot, Leo. Oh, this is so much fun. So much fun. No, Taurus is in the second group, is in the earth signs. They're coming up. And then I will be putting, of course, timestamps, but the lives need about a half an hour before they really get up. So wait for that. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at this, Leo. We've got this Four of Coins. Now, look at this. There's the angel and the devil here, and a person, it looks like a male, who's coveting a coin there. Now, I'm seeing this as an opportunity, Leo. It's an opportunity this month for you to break out of an old shell and come out ahead. You have the opportunity this month to, like Superman, take away, get rid of your clothes, and then the Superman comes out. Underneath you, the clothes you have, that Superman and the cape. Then I have the Eight of Coins. Now, this is a lot of work, As you can see here, it's a lot of work. You are busy evening the score, making things work, giving people their due. I mean, you're in the spotlight. It's going to be difficult. But we've got this beautiful Four of Wands, and the beautiful Four of Wands talks about stability, the home, the family. That is the basis for your happiness this month of February, because you are strong there. And that is, the strength comes from that, from your inner tribe. Here we've got the King of Cups. Now, look, many of you Leos may be involved with the water sign, and the water signs will be coming up. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female. But if you are not involved with an air water sign, it looks like to me that emotionally speaking, you're perceived as being, I'm putting this in quotation marks, very, very good. You come out, people see you as a positive figure. Like I said, you are on the you're in the limelight, you're on stage, you have to give it your best. It's stressful, but you come out ahead. Now, what do we have? We've got this Five of Cups. You know what the Five of Cups is. Look, those 3 cups standing, 2 cups standing, and 3 have fallen, and there is the angel and the devil on each side of the shoulders of this warrior, because this is a warrior. And you are the warrior, Leo. You're the warrior this month, because it could go either way. You could fail or you could be successful. And the odds are against success. So this is why it's very important for you to work extra hard this month to achieve what you would like. Now, let's see. Okay. Let's see what these have to say. As they came out, I have the Two of Cups. Now, look at how odd this Two of Cups is. It almost looks as if our knight here, the warrior, is looking through a looking glass, through a mirror, because you see there's a cup there and they are both touching it. What this tells you is that you're looking at the reflection of yourself. This is a projection, and this month you will tend to project that onto someone unwittingly, but it is a projection. Then we have this beautiful Emperor card, and okay, you know, the Emperor is a symbol of strength. It is we would say the sign, the significance of it would be strength. Strength in the face of adversity in this month for you, Leo. And then the Page of Cups. All right, now, pages are young people. Now, look here in the back, if you can, there is a fish, a huge fish. And this is the second time we are given an indication of water. Like I said, you may be involved with a water sign, and this is indicating Pisces. But beyond that, beyond involvement with water signs here, I can say that messages, emotional messages will be coming to you this month that have extreme importance. Well, namaste, Leo. Let's go on now to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, let's see. Oops, putting them in the wrong places. All right, now Sagittarius, I've chosen this moonstone for you. And the moonstones are very mysterious. They're very mysterious, but they're very warm and loving. You know, many oracle card decks have the moon as signifying love. And in a tarot deck, however, the moon signifies changes, mystery, hidden, something hidden. It looks like to me, Sagittarius, that this month you are almost trying to hide. Why? Because it seems you have been extended too much. You have extended yourself too much. You have been in the public's eye just too much. And when it comes down to it, a lot of you, I believe, Sagittarius, will be visiting family, an extended family, you know, the relatives, the grandmother, the mother, the father, the siblings and cousins. And you know that you have to see them. And that is where you want to put your boundaries up. You're going to do things that you don't do normally. If you're getting married, you have to go talk to the caterers, things like that. And these are, you know, it's business as usual. You have to do it because you've decided to get married and have a wedding, and that's part of it, you know. But when it rolls around actually doing it, Sagittarius, these were examples, of course, you try to save yourself in some way. So there is, during the month, a good share of putting up your boundaries. Let me take a look at the angel cards for you, Sagittarius. And then when we move down to the earth signs, I'm going to change our sphere. It will be a different one to represent all of the... I'll put away the labradorite Thank you, Freya, for reminding me. Let's see what's in store, what the energy of this sign is like. Sagittarius. Well, we have the Six of Cups. Now, of course, all of the readers out there are going to say, of course, there's a return. Yes, the Six of Cups, there's a return. The Six of Cups also talks about innocence, happiness, being playful. And sometimes, but you have to look at the cards around them, and around that, next to that, is the Three of Swords. And many of you will, of course, there will be a return. Many of you will have and experience a return. However, those of you who do not will be melancholic. There's going to be nostalgia, looking back at the days that were with that person. Again, here we've got the Nine of Coins. Not again, but in addition, there is the Nine of Coins. There's an area of your life in this month, Sagittarius, that you are sitting pretty, and I've always said this to you. I remember in past months' readings, Sagittarius, you were very successful. You are very successful. You're going places. You have been going places. You've had offers, job offers that you'd have to say no to. And they were actually very good ones. Then we've got this Four of Coins. Now look, differently from how I read it for, I believe it was Aries, this Four of Coins, remember the angel and the devil, talks about you leaving your negativity behind. This is you working, for the most part, for most of the month, working toward changing your attitude, changing the attitude of feeling stressed because because you're a person of great responsibility, and having to be there for them always, the job, you're the reliable one, dependable. This you're going to try to change during the month. Then we have the devil. Now, when the devil comes out, I usually pick a card from under the deck. And what is that card? That card, the World card. Now, we did say, Sagittarius, that you may be traveling. You may, to see that extended family, many of you will be going abroad or will be crossing some boundaries. If it's a region, if it's a state, you may cross the state to get there. But why is it paired with the devil? Well, the expression, the devil made me do it, all right? I'm going, I have to go. You feel obliged. And this is to tell you that you're already stressing because of the there's something incumbent that's looming before you, the things that you have to do, that's because you have to do it, and you have to do it. And it's like the windmills of your mind. It's going over and over again, and you need to calm down and realize it's just another day. It's just another day, Sagittarius. I'm going to take some cards from this Universal Fantasy. And let's see what is in store for us. All right. We've got here the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is that card. We saw it in the angel deck where, what do I do? Do I do it? Do I not do it? Am I convinced? Should I be convinced? And this is the big question. Most of my mind here, those that have fallen, most of my mind tells me, okay, I'm going to have to face the music, but I don't like it. But there is hope that I will definitely have a good time. My dad, when I was young, used to say to me, look, when you do something that you don't like to do and you don't want to do, that's the time when you really have a good time. And he was right, I had to say. The Two of Swords. The Two of Swords are decisions, and that is linked to this Five of Cups. The decision to block out all the negative feelings that you have about an event coming up in February and turn it into, who's that? The Magician. You can manifest something that is positive for you. You can manifest whatever you want this month. Remember that, Sagittarius. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. Let's get the show on the road. Namaste. Fire signs. Namaste. Sagittarius. Now, we've got Earth. We've got Earth coming up. So let me take a moment to change the scene and remove the labradorite. And what do we have? My favorite. This is my favorite crystal ball, my favorite ball. And this is a jasper stone. It's difficult for you to see it on the camera here. Maybe there, yeah, you can see a couple of, they're crystals, bright crystals shining out at all different angles. Beautiful. And I've chosen for one for each sign, a specific crystal. So for Taurus, I'm going to illuminate Taurus, the Taurus reading with the citrine stone. Citrine, it's the sun. It's the stone that symbolizes the sun. Look, I see you as not illuminating. Your month is not going to be illuminated, Taurus. You will be shining light for other people. People will be looking to you as a role model for the month of February. You're the great giant. You're this huge presence. This soul is so great and so giving that people will look to you to give them solace, to give them advice, to give them a reason to do something, to give them motivation. Very interesting this is for you, Taurus, because if any of you Taurus, I don't know, should I say Tauruses or Tauri? If any of you Taurus, I'll say, if any of you Taurus are having a bit of a downside, a depressed state, emotionally drained, this is the month where you can turn it around by simply projecting outward your whatever you do, your activity, and it will shine right back to you. Take it from me. Now I'm going to pull some cards from this Angel Tarot deck. All right. Let's see. Okay, Taurus. My God. Oh my God. Taurus, the 10 of Cups. I will get back to that. The Sun, just like the citrine. Did I have any doubt? The Fool card. The Fool card, the energy of something new, a new initiative, looking at the world through new eyes. Woo. Justice. This is karmically your turn, Taurus. And then the High Priestess, a spiritual jump. This is a month for you to make a real high, great spiritual jump. What does that mean, Taurus? That means I've got here 5 cards, 4 of which are major arcana, and the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is usually what we say, a happily ever after card, a family who is happy. This is happiness times, what is that? Happiness squared, to tell you how it's resounds. Taurus, there's such an energy this month that you need to extend yourself. You need to give that light. You're full of light this month. You are light this month. Incredible. Let me take 3 cards from the Universal Fantasy cards and then let's look at what they have to say. Interesting. How interesting is this? Justice came out as well. There is this karmic pattern that it's a karmic return. You have the light, and you have the light to give others. Then I have the Queen of Coins. This is you, Taurus, whether you're a male or a female. And the 5 of Swords. Now, Remember in the beginning when I started talking about Taurus, I said, and if there are any of you who are having a bit of a downturn, feeling stressful, feeling depressed, use this month to turn around the situation with extending yourself. This talks to that. This talks of regrets that have crossed over from the month of January, Taurus. Namaste, Taurus. It's a not a pleasure. It is an honor to be able to read for all of you. Now, let me go to Virgo. Virgo friends, I have here apophyllite. This is a stone. If you can see all the glitters. This is half of a stone. My friend who's a Virgo, actually. Virgo. Shivani, I'll say hello, Shivani, gave it to me. And it's apophyllite is a stone that brings us to higher realms. If you meditate on the stone, you really fly. You really go places. You reach the heavens with a stone like this. This will allow you the possibility, it's going to afford you the possibility, Virgo, of leaving your menial problems behind. This small stuff, you will not be sweating the small stuff this month, Virgo. Let me take the angel cards. Virgo rising, well, that's just as important. I have very little, if any, Virgo in my chart. My sister was a Virgo. I have so many close Virgo friends and a cousin that I'm really close to. Yeah, I'm happy too, Donna. So happy. I really enjoy these lives because I get to interact with you. Let's see what's in store now for the month of February. Okay, let me show you the cards. We have those lovers again. Now, I'm seeing, well, there, the jury's out whether this pertains to love or it pertains to decision making. Now, I'm going to say that this card is read, I have two readings here. One, in matters of the heart, there is still a decision to be made. It looks as if you have been thinking for quite a while that it's high time for a change. And those of you who are not thinking about this in terms of a romance, there's a decision to make that affects your life fundamentally. We have this Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords will bring you together with this Three of Wands, Virgo, to make you stop and listen and say to yourself, okay, where have I gone for so far? Taking stock. But those swords are being carried away from a battlefield. And you're taking stock, Virgo, you're saying to yourself, okay, look, I know that it's never been, wine and roses. It's not been easy. And you can see when you're taking stock, there's the devil behind you. There's the angel in front of you. You're taking stock, but there is the good, the bad. And you need to understand what you want to bring forward and what you want to leave behind. And that's going to help. That's going to be your challenge this month. I've got here the Page of Coins. Now, the Page of Coins usually are younger people in your life. And I have to say that I'm looking at it as someone who depends on you, a younger sibling, children, people who you care for if you're a teacher, somebody who's in your tutelage, somebody that you are caring for, that you have the responsibility for, but that it enriches you so much. Now, here I've got the Four of Swords. The other reading for this Page of Coins are messages that are coming in. And this is the timing. Here, the Four of Swords is a delay. It's information. You do get messages. It could be from a person. It could be from an opening, a job opening that you had applied to. You can get these messages, but they will imply, the messages you receive this month, it will imply a wait. Virgo. Let me take the tarot. Let's see the tarot. And we've got, all right, Virgo. We've got the Queen of Cups. Many of you may be involved with the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And we have here the Queen of Swords. Now, look, there are 3 queens here, 1, 2, and 3. Now, I could say to you, you're involved with a water sign, or you're involved with an air sign, or you're involved with a fire sign. Why do I say this? Because the only queen missing is the earth sign, the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles. Now, of course, there are many of you out there, but I can say that these have come up in this way. And I have here as a focus the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is typically a divorcee. This is the way I have always thought of her. She gets up and gets away. She runs. All right. Now, these are also 3 facets of you yourself. There is the benevolent Virgo. There is the I can't take it anymore, I'm leaving Virgo, I have no patience. And there is that fiery Virgo who is passionate about what she does. In her work, in her romantic life, benevolent in her work, in her romantic life. And this is the challenge, Virgo. The patience. Someone said patience today. They said to me, patience is a virtue. Amen. And that's how I'm going to leave you, Virgo. Namaste. It was a pleasure to read for you. Now let's go on to the last last earth sign. And you, Capricorn, for you, this is a rough cut crystal quartz, a rough cut crystal quartz that I've chosen for you. Crystal quartz are stones that will allow you to meditate and use the law of attraction for, like the magician, bring things to you. And it's used for basically cleansing, getting rid of a negative energy. Look, Capricorn, you're on hold, all right? I see you as being on hold. If somebody, had to push a button for you in February, they would do well to push it, get rid of that hold, and make you do something. There is something that you're going to be doing in February. You will be going towards a project or even taking a look at something. You want to buy a car? All right. I don't have the money. Okay, but let me go look, let me prepare myself. Let me go take a look to see just what my money can buy in the near future. And so you start dreaming that way. Or if for those of you who want to purchase a home, you're going to start thinking along the lines of, let me go window shopping. Let me take a look. Just one moment. I have to take my little jar and drink some water, or else I won't make it to the end. Okay. And so it seems that the month of February is a month of being on hold, but there are those few days out of the month where you start going to the car salesman, or going to see an open house for a house shopping, or something that you cannot afford but that you want to make plans for. And it looks like the energy of not giving up. I know I'm on hold because I need say more money to do this. I know I'm on hold because I haven't found the person in my life that I want to spend my days with. I know I'm on hold because I can't leave my companion because. I'm on hold because, okay, my companion's far away and I won't be able to see them. There's so many reasons here. But there are days that you can break through that hold status and start to dream a little more. Kama Sutra, thank you. Thank you very much. I wanted to also say, Capricorn, that being on hold is not necessarily a bad thing. Being on hold is not a negative quality, but it is a time to regroup. And unfortunately, I don't see you as having much patience for that this month. So that's why I'm telling you. The angel cards. Let's see what these angel cards say to you, Capricorn. All right. Let's see, as they came out, I'll show you. We've got the stars, how lovely. This is extremely, let's show you the cards. The King of Cups, the Knight of Coins, the Magician, and La Luna, the Moon card. Now, what am I looking at? Definitely, out of 5 cards here, we have 3 major arcana. This is a month that's extremely important for you. I have no doubt about that. When majors come out, they come out to shout. And what do they say? Look, the universe is saying, we have your back. Just don't mess things up this month. You have the power with the Magician to actually get what you want. Work on that. This is a perfect month. When? Do it on a moon cycle. Otherwise, you may miss your mark. That leaves us with this Knight of Coins. Now, the Knight of Coins here is an energy. It is you, of course. There's the Earth. It's an Earth sign. I'm seeing this as an energy that typically of an Earth sign is very cautious. Now, you are cautious. You are not the Queen of Swords, all right? You are cautious. However, this month of February, you're not going to have much patience. So you can. Of the knights, this is the slowest knight, but it's still a knight. It's not the king. This will be moving faster than you want to move, but you may not be getting anywhere. Let's see with this Fantasy Tarot. One more sign, 2 and 3. All right, interesting. We've got the Temperance card. That is a timing card. It tells you this is a month of being on hold. It will be on hold. I know I'm on hold, but time will tell, and time will be healing for you. It's a healing strategy. Then I have the Death card. Underneath the deck, what do I have? The Tower. Wow, we're batting 0. When these 2 cards come out like this, something fundamental this month is going to rock your boat in a positive way. Why do I say in a positive way? Because it's going to shake you up and show you something that you had no idea was there right before your eyes. I have here the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, this tells you it's going to happen before you know it, so quickly. This knight is also an air sign. You may be involved with an air sign. Do not write them off. Do not eliminate them. Do not keep them at bay. This is a person who's going to teach you something that is of extreme importance this month, Capricorn. So now I have finished. Namaste. Namaste, Capricorn. Let's see. Now we'll get rid of this. And we have, after that, we are going to the air signs. Okay, so I've chosen for the air signs this huge citrine. You just look how gorgeous it is. A huge citrine as the energy background. And I have here 3 stones. 4 stones. This stone is going to, excuse me, I have to get that stone before it flies away. Here it is. This poor stone, I think it's trying to tell me something. And I'll show you that when I come to it. It's a fluorite. So the first is Gemini. Gemini, look, I have here this picture. It's called Picture Jasper. And on camera, you may get the impression it's completely black. When I scry with this stone, I see through this darkness, just like the labradorite that we saw first off, it's dark, but it tells such an enthralling story. Gemini, you're going to be moving in. You're going to be moving in a moment of time that is not what you consider very clear, transparent. You don't think it is easy for you. It's not going to be easy. Now, I don't want to say muddy waters because there's nothing muddy about the waters that you are in. It's your perception of what you're going through because there's not enough clarity for you. You want something to be crystal clear. It's not. And when that happens, it's going to force you, Gemini, to take a look, a hard look, and use your intuition to see through and cut through, pierce through, actually, what is going on in this month of February. Now, I'm going to take the angel cards. Let's see, Gemini. Gemini, 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 Gemini. Okay, let's see. Okay, interesting. We've got the Knight of Cups. We have the 10 of Coins. We have the Knight of Coins. We've got the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. Look, you will be going through that murky moment, and I'm calling it murky waters because for you in your mind, there's something you're missing. There absolutely is something you're missing. Now, you go through it. You have your spirit is one of joy, emotional joy. You're open. You feel that you can conquer what you're facing, what you're going through. However, what happens, and of course, the result would be, and I'm using the conditional here, would be the utmost of abundance for you with this 10 of Coins. What happens here? Caution is not thrown to the winds, Gemini. You don't throw caution to the winds. You slow up and you look around because you need to understand something more. That's when the fear comes in. I'm sorry to say, Gemini. But like I said, for another sign, this 4 of Wands here talks about stability. And it's a message that tells you, look, Gemini, please remember the foundation. Please remember your home. Figuratively and metaphorically speaking, you have a strong base. Do not be caught a prisoner of fear the month of February. Now, with this other deck, Universal Fantasy, okay, we've got the High Priestess, and this is the High Priestess, we have the 6 of Coins, and we have the Knight of Wands. So that's the third Knight that has come out. And that's what we are going to focus on. The High Priestess. The High Priestess tells you, look, Gemini, when waters get murky, raise that gaze because that's where you want to aim for. You want to aim for that spiritual pie in the sky because that's what we are looking for. Life on earth is not just about paying our bills and finding a person you can share your life with. It's a purpose. We have a divine purpose here. Now, the 6 of Coins is also a message to you to extend yourself. Just like I told Taurus, you might want to go hear that. You need to extend yourself in order to heal yourself. And we have here the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is where you will be meditating on. You will be becoming a person of passion, leaving the murky waters behind, leaving that fear behind, because your real nature, the nature of your soul this month, is all about the passion that you put into everything you do, Gemini. Okay, namaste, Gemini. Let me go on to Libra. Libra. I'm going to give you this little stone that has been has fallen to the ground yesterday and today again. It's trying to get my attention. Now, this is a fluorite. You remember the crystal ball I showed you before for the earth signs? That was another form of, no, that was jasper. This fluorite is very, not odd, but unique, because I wish I had a little more light here to show you. There's blue and violet. Blue and violet, it's absolutely gorgeous. There you can see a little better. What am I getting for you, Libra? Libra, the sky's the limit this month. The sky's the limit, and you don't know. You don't know that. What's interesting for me to see by looking at this is that you've got it there. It's there. It's there. Look, it's right here. Come on. Like you do with a child when they're first starting to walk. Come on, the mother says, and they come try to get to their mother. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's there. It's in reach. It's in your reach. But there are two opposing energies that I'm seeing here for the month of February, Libra, that you are subconsciously fearful of finally getting it, of finally reaching it on the one hand, and wanting to stay back because you don't want that to end. You don't want the process of walking toward that goal to end, because you think that something will end. Let's take a look at the cards to see why there is this opposing energies, Libra. Let's see. It's still talking, that stone. It's still there, moving as if it wants my attention. Okay, let's see. All right, Libra. We've got an interesting bat of pair. We have the Six of Coins. Now look at that. The Six of Coins talks about extending yourself, going there. Remember your generosity, your generosity. But the generosity in this case, in the month of February, is generosity to yourself as well. Generosity, look at the way these have come out. Let me show you the cards first. The King of Coins. The Six of Wands. The Four of Coins. And the Eight of Swords. Why am I showing you them all together? Because when we readers look at things that have patterns, and the pattern here is mirroring each other, these two, holding back and not extending yourself generously in terms of yourself. And it has a relation with the focus card of the Six of Wands. That is a goal. That's out here. And there's success in attaining that goal this month. Libra. What do I see here? I've got the King of Coins. The King of Coins, this indicates that many of you may be involved with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And I also have, these are mirroring each other, the Four of Coins. It does look like there are earth signs prominent in your sign this month, in your life this month. The Four of Coins tells me also, in line with that success, is you needing to get out of your shell. Remember, I mentioned taking off your clothes and getting that Superman costume. You need to revamp yourself. Revitalize yourself, come out of yourself, and find that courage to get to that objective. We've got next 2 days, we have this moon It's all about courage, all about bravery. All right, here we go. We've got the Three of Cups, the Devil, Diavolo. We've got the Devil. Let's see under the deck here. What's up here? And we've got the Nine of Wands. Somebody's got difficulty here. Or somebody, all right, let me show you. The last card is the Seven of Cups. Now, I'm seeing there is difficulty in believing in yourself, one, difficulty in having faith that you can get that goal, and the thoughts are extremely heavy for you. Based on, of course, your experience, based on what you have has happened in the past. We've got this Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups talks of a celebration. It talks of a celebration, Libra. It talks about a celebration. And a celebration, when does a celebration come? A celebration comes when you are up towards the end of a cycle, when you're attaining something that you worked for. So remember that. Now, however, this has a mirroring relation with the Seven of Cups, which is a bit of doubt, not obsession, but insecurity. And if I say this to you and you're listening to me, just know that that could debilitate you, the heaviness of it, and it could begin a pattern for you with that Devil, a pattern that will keep you debilitated no matter what. So let's get out of that funk, Libra, and get that prize. Namaste, Libra. It was a pleasure. Now let's see. We are in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, look what I have for you. I've got an amethyst. Now the amethyst, see if you can get that. There it is. The focus is better. The amethyst is a stone that has you, that I'm very glad that this has come out, because this stone helps in working against obsessions, addictions, and the windmills of your mind. Perfect for you for this month. And not only there's you're not alone this month, and most of you are happy that you're not alone, but a good number, I won't say a majority, but a good number of you just would rather that you were alone. And what does this have to do with? It has to do with past choices that you've made that you're not currently happy with, and you could kick yourself in the ass for having made those decisions, a lot of you. But there are those of you who are grinning and bearing a situation that you seem to put up with. You know, it looks like you're putting up with something. And let's see the cards, what they have to tell us about this month in terms of what you're putting up with. Let's see. One more. Let's see. All right, Aquarius, 2 flying out there. All right. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands. We've got the stars. The King of Wands. The Three of Swords, and the Page of Coins. Look, it looks like to me that with this, first of all, we have this King of Wands, and I'll start with that. And there is, like I said, 1, 3, and 5, the mirroring effect. There are 2 readings here. Many of you will be involved with the fire sign Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And the problem is that there is a number of difficulties. There's your head-to-head arguments that just don't cut the mustard, you know, as the saying goes. It's just not your cup of tea. You just can't, you know, you're tired of that. Of course, there is, however, both the stars and the Three of Swords. This is an announcement. It's an announcement that is made by this Page of Coins. that in the upcoming month that will be resolved, and because the guidance is there. But this month you may have to bear up with a situation that you're not completely happy with. One, because the communication is not what it should be, and two, because you're dissatisfied with either the way you have handled things or the way things are developing. Now let's take a look at this other tarot deck, the Universal Fantasy Tarot deck. And then we have the last three signs of water coming up. All right, let's see. Okay, now, see, what did I say? The 10 of Cups. I said, the next month it will be coming up. All right, so we have the 6 of Coins. Now, the 6 of Coins tells you, Aquarius, that yes, we need to be generous. Yes, we need to extend ourselves, but they talk in terms of a partner. Be benevolent. Be listening. Listening to any signs, what is going on, in order for you to reach this 10 of Cups, situation, because there is, a good majority that will be, in the air, will be wanting to get up and run away, but for the most part, I'm seeing that there is a process that you have to go through in order for you to improve a relationship. Then I have here, hi Sharon, then I have here this Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands does talk of reestablishing the passion in this relationship. And it's difficult for me as a reader to say, okay, Aquarius, get your patience, get it together, get your ducks in a row, listen to your partner, try to make amends, and all of that. And then the ultimate question is, who's going to think about me? Who's going to have my best interests in mind? Well, it looks like to me that the cards are telling you that, karma really is a bitch, and as they say, and we never, it says we don't suffer if we don't have expectations, and that is a big truth. The same goes about loving someone and not expecting something in return. We don't suffer that way. I do hope this was of help to you, ladies and gentlemen, Aquarius friends. Namaste. Until we read together again. Now, let me pull these things up from the table, and I will put up for our water signs, starting with Cancer. This wonderful crystal quartz. As I said, crystal quartz generally is a healing stone, cleansing negative energies. This is the first crystal ball I've ever got. It was just wonderful, beautiful. Those things that shout out to you when you see them, that is the stone that will be representing the water signs. Now, for you, Cancer, what do I have? I have here a dog. It looks like a pig, or it looks like a horse. This is a dog seated. It's jade, the royal nature, hi sugar, the aristocracy of jade for you. And Cancer, this is a month that has to remind you, and I say have to, it has to remind you, because you tend to not want to see things at times. You tend to not want to see things that can help you. It looks like to me that now the time has come, Cancer, to take up some of the responsibilities, your emotional life responsibilities. Take those responsibilities up, and don't put blame on others. Don't put the blame for your own happiness, and don't expect other people to make you happy, because we are all born alone, we all die alone, and if we have the opportunity to walk even just a small bit of a road with someone else. That really is a gift, Cancer. I see that this is a month of you taking those responsibilities and you sort of changing your perspective. I don't want to say that you actually do change your perspective, but it looks like that you start taking it into consideration. Well, maybe I have to do this. And I'll give you an example. Let's say that you're a person who has worked their entire life. You're a person whose time now is to think of maybe retiring, but you're almost afraid because you think, oh my God, what am I going to do if I retire? Then what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And you start thinking, what are the possibilities of you spending, your days doing something else? And you realize, and this brings you to the realization, or something else, this is an example, it brings you to the realization that you probably will be spending your days alone, even if you have a partner, because maybe they work. And so you start meditating and thinking about, seeing your life in review, and you start planting the seeds for something that will grow further on down this year. A big change that is coming up in your life, Cancer. Let's take a look at the cards, the angel cards, and see what is in store for you. Let's see, Cancer. Let's show you the cards first. The Six of Cups. The Six of Cups. Then we have the Three of Coins. We've got the Justice card. Then we have the World card. And then the Eight of Swords. Now, right away, I can say, you're not going anywhere. You have the opportunity. You will have the opportunity if you want. Someone's going to invite you to take a trip, even if it's just a weekend, and you just don't want to do it. It could be for any reason. You're afraid of flying. They want to fly. You're something like that. But that is not going to happen. But there's another thing as well. There is this Six of Cups, which typically, as I said previously, that is, it might signal a return. But it does tell you that in February you do see this person, even if they're no longer in your life. You do see a person of your past, and you still get the impression, you still get repeated to you, no, we're not getting back together. So that's the message that's coming up in February. But this is a karmic, no, I'm not getting back together. It has come to you several times from that same person, not in this lifetime perhaps, but in the past, in past lives. And it's a pattern that sees you wanting and then not getting, wanting and not getting. Now, what is able to help you are these other two mirrored cards. The Three of Coins and the World card. Now, as I said, you may not be going places, or at the last minute you planned a trip at the last minute, it is called off. But here I see you finally with that thinking about your state, and you come to a realization of what you need to work on in the future. And this is extremely important for you, Cancer, because that will allow you to develop in ways you didn't expect in the future. And I'm saying future, these coming months. Let's look at the Universal Fantasy Tarot. And I've got here the Seven of Cups, La Luna, the Moon card. Whoops, there it is. There, the Moon card. And the Knight of Cups. Look, what I'm looking at, the way I see this is, Cancer, we do have these two moons. The full moon in Leo, the new moon in Pisces. Now, Pisces is a water sign, and I'm looking at that for you. Around that 23rd of February, go back and look at the celestial scene there that I showed, what's happening in the heavens, in the universe, in the sky. It looks like that is the moment, the turning point for you, when you are going to realize that, yes, I need to start doing this, and this. Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is mirroring that Knight of Cups. The Seven of Cups is always a card that has you looking at so many choices. There's an expression in Italian that talks about the embarrassment of choice. I have so many choices, I don't know what to choose. But here, this Knight of Cups sees you moving very, very decisively in the direction of those seeds that you start to plant. And this happens at the end of the month, the very last week of the month, Cancer. I do hope this was of help to you. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen, Cancer friends. Scorpio. Scorpio, here we are for Scorpio. And what do I have here? I've got that stone that I couldn't remember the name, and Freya told me. Labradorite. This is a labradorite. Okay, look at that. I might be able to catch the feldspar there. There it is. There it is. Scorpio. Scorpio, there is fire in you this month. There is fire. It's a suppressed fire. There's a fire that someone has probably tried to throw water on, but it's not going to happen. You still have that fire. And at times, yes, I have to say, at times there are days, Scorpio, that you want to just say, fuck it, it's enough. I'm not going back. I don't want them. I don't care. But then you wake up, you think of them. You go to bed, you think of them. Now I'm talking, there are many people who are partnered out there, but I'm talking about something that the man who got away, the woman who got away, the woman who, or the man who are not with you, but you always have them in your mind. Now, what's interesting about this month for you is that you're thinking of us, it's almost on a subconscious level or on another timeline. You're thinking of a strategy of how you can reinvent yourself. What kind of role can I have for that person without seeming to be a fool? How could I position myself in relation to this person so that I will, buttress my self-esteem? They will be able to see me for something that I truly am. And so a lot of the time this month is spent, Scorpio, on thinking about what it is that could possibly get you out of the rut and get you to portray yourself as something that is, harmless. You're harmless. You are not that person who stalks them, or you're not the person who in any way possible have been trying to get in their life. You're not the person who's indirect and hides. You're not the person who, you want to be. It's sort of, the month looks like you try to reinvent yourself, Scorpio. Let me pull these cards. Yeah, there's, the way the cards answer you are so wonderful. 5 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, Strength card. There it is. It's the focused, 6 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. The story is here right before our very eyes, Scorpio. And it tells me you are looking at a time now, today, yesterday, beginning of the month. I'm losing it. I'm losing them. I may just call it a day. And that is your ultimate fear, that you'll never again have them in your life. You're never going to find somebody who holds a candle to them. Then we have the focus of strength. You muster up all you have to reinvent yourself. How do you do it? This talks about, the 6 of Swords talks about moving on. And usually, in many readings, this talks about a death. And the death we know is the symbol of Scorpio, the death card. Here is winking at you, telling you need to reinvent yourself. You need to be reborn again. And What is it about you, Scorpio, that needs to be reinvented? The truth will set you free. The Ace of Swords, that truth, if you can have it in your soul to muster up the truth, you will be a completely different person, the way you want to be perceived. Scorpio. All right, so we've got the Four of Swords. You are in like flint with this person. You have a strong foundation with them because your home, your metaphorical home and your actual home with that person has always been strong. But what was missing was the truth, obviously, from the reading. We have the Empress. The Empress calls on you to use your creativity. The Empress also tells you that this is a birthing coming forth. You need to be born again, like that Six of Swords hinted at. And then the High Priest. The High Priest talks about a higher level of communication with this person. This is a karmic relationship, Scorpio. There is something that needs to happen with them. They are very important for you. You have to figure out what it is. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen, Scorpio friends. I do hope that was of help. Now we have Pisces. Finally, Pisces. Yay, Pisces. I've got here a Buddha onyx, made of onyx for you. And this is a very grounding stone. This is actually, my nephew gave this to me, and I was so thankful when he did, because it was one of his first. He has a huge collection of gems, and this was one of his first. Look, I'm seeing, Pisces, that you are, walking towards. You are walking towards a moment of wisdom. You're walking towards getting even further grounded, if that's possible, Pisces. Even further grounded. And water is liquid, water is flowing, water is something that doesn't have a shape, unless you box it in and you put it in a bag or a cup or some kind of format, some kind of holder. And when it does, when you're put in a cup of water, when you put the water in the cup, you lose your main property, Pisces. And that is the flowing nature of your becoming, your development, your learning, your goal of ultimate, because so true in this month of February, Pisces, is the notion of the objective. Our goal is not the important thing, but it is the road that leads there that is the most important thing. Look, I have to say, Pisces, that for your spiritual development, the month of February is probably going to be one of the most important for you. Why? Because at the end of this period, you're going to be able to face other challenges, people who you were not able to get in contact with on a soul level, and the relationship died. Being a team member that helps others pull their emotions out in the creativity of the work. So it looks like the month for you of February has that role. It has the role of learning about the way you can keep flowing, not lose your existence, not lose your main properties, and turn that to your benefit in your relationships and in your work. Let's see what the cards have to say, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see. Okay. We've got the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Look, Pisces, I do see you coming to, going back to, or at the end of the month, especially at the end of the month, being face to face with that person, at least the communication, a very important person that you screwed up with, that you decided to, leave on the back burner. It looks like that's coming up around the end of the month. And that person may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but nonetheless, there is passion there, and there's passion in the way you come back with them. Notoriously, it almost looks like you're involved with a Pisces, because that came out for them as well. This Ace of Swords has to do with you trying to understand what worked and what didn't work. What truly does that person mean for me? Am I willing to be in a position of embracing their faults and loving them for who they truly are? These are questions you're going to be asking yourself the entire month in relation to a specific person. Let's take the Universal Fantasy cards. Let's see. Okay, I have already read for the fire signs in the beginning. You'll go back and watch that. Now I've got the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Four of Coins, and the King of Cups. There you are, Pisces. There you are. And what do I see you doing? I see you developing, like we say, that water flows, and the development process makes you understand this month of February what you did wrong and what you need to correct in relation to other people, into relation to another specific person, but it's likely it may also happen with groups of people. And whereas we talked to Scorpio about reinventing themselves, I see that the end of the month is going to give you the opportunity of a rebirth, coming out of your ashes with this Four of Coins, like the phoenix arising from its ashes, Pisces. One of the most important developmental months this year of 2020, Pisces. Namaste. I do hope these readings were of help to you. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Right below the video, how it resonated, if it resonated, what was it about that resonated, and I'll be answering you. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.